everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to this special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3. And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And while he was at Eastern Illinois, he broke Tony Romo's school records for career passing yards and touchdowns before initially joining the league as the backup to Tom Brady as the second-round pick.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Toss play to McKinnon. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. It'll be the 6'3" QB Trevor Siemian calling the shots, the former Northwestern Wildcat.
An accurate passer on the short throws like the slants, the ins, the hitches. But he's also, while not necessarily fast, understands where pressure is coming from and knows how to move away from it in order to complete a pass downfield.
Siemian and the Broncos come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Fights off the defender. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly, running the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Siemian now on 2nd down. Left side here to Sanders. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Siemian. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold.
Still 2nd down.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end is. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Well, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. First man through. It's the fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Oh, yeah, had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon on a crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Simeon. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plan's for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Simeon finding Thomas there to give the Broncos a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Anderson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down, Simeon. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Simeon. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. And he Janovich, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great in 20 play.
They run it with McKinnon. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They start the drive with Anderson. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the first down with a couple of yards to spare.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw on second is Simeon. Dancing to his left. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that way.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Throwing right side, that's complete. Demarius Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demarius Thomas, 37 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. That's what they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Bradley Pinion now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Broncos coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
Here we go. I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive,
and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. A knock down to McKinnon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Siemian now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To the air again, Siemian. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
A final shot before break. Siemian. Now Siemian stripped. He lost the football. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Off of play action, Siemian. And this is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Throwing on third down, Simeon. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. To throw to Simeon. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's McKinnon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trevor Siemian ready to retake the field. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that one pick, but the 3 touchdowns so far. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Siemian. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the... Now Siemian stripped. He lost the football. But it looked like fortune. Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Broncos on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Gun! From the gun, here's Simeon. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 3 quarters have come and gone. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Chance for the backup here to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Beathard. His man complete over the middle. It's James. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garçon ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the command on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's a put-up or shut-up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action,
All right,
maybe
now,
throwing
lucky 56.
it.
Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Fighting through pressure. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now Bolden on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw Beathard. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Beathard to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Beathard now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Beathard to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Beathard. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Beathard. It's out. It's loose. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
All right, now, look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted, making a turning point they need. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Selleck here, left side. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
To throw is Beathard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie has a sense of the dramatic there. Seals that game with an INT.
Boy, what a big play for a guy who came out of Tennessee State really with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he thought he'd been overlooked even going into college. He's proven everyone wrong once he got to the NFL.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go!
They'll look to throw here. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.